ducking you?
Talking about ducking since before the first fight.
Okay.
There's two things that are happening here. Either somebody messed up in paperwork or in communication or in some form of getting this fight together, misspoke to one of these guys. Floyd Mayweather is trying to scam Netflix. That is the only two things that can be possible.
Clearly, he doesn't value anything that he signs. He loves to tell people don't do bad business, but this is like as high as it gets on the ladder of doing bad business.
Manny Pacquiao responded with laughter after hearing claims that Floyd Mayweather was facing a reported $100 million penalty involving Netflix. He said Floyd should no longer try to sidestep the matter and instead address it openly. According to Pacquiao, the right approach is to take responsibility for the outcome and stop holding others accountable for choices that were ultimately his own.
And
Don't be
don't be a chicken, don't be a coward, don't be a chicken, don't be a coward, be a man, stop sitting down and throwing your problems on everybody else and blaming another individual or people for everything gone wrong in your life.
Jazz Matt stated that Floyd Mayweather fully understood the contract before putting his signature on it and knew it was intended for a professional boxing match. The statement added that every requirement and condition had been presented clearly beforehand, leaving little basis to dispute the agreement after willingly accepting its terms.
It's not like he didn't know what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was signing. He definitely knew what he was getting himself into. But what can I say? I mean, at some point things just get real, and it got real. So that's where we're at today.
Well, consequences are real as
Yes,
well. So
absolutely.
what is the ramifications of him taking that money and then not honoring the contract?
I mean, each party have their own damages, right? The production company that we're working with, Everwonder, will help put this together and have a great relationship with Netflix. They're one of the premier live sports partners for Netflix. They have their own claims and damages. We, Manny Pacquiao and Manny Pacquiao Promotions have our own claims and damages, right? We're sitting in a lingo right now, not knowing if this man is going to step in the ring or he's not going to step in the ring. Clearly, he doesn't value anything that he signs. He loves to tell people don't do bad business, but this is like as high as it gets.
Manny Pacquiao said that Floyd Mayweather should not withdraw from the agreement or avoid the rematch now that things have reached this point. He explained that he remains committed to making the bout happen, believing he was not at his best in their first meeting, and that he deserves the chance to compete against Mayweather once again.
He's now under investigation with the IRS. He apparently owes the IRS $7 million, and they're looking to put a lien on his stuff. He's having issues with money, and Floyd Mayweather took the advance money from Netflix to face off against Manny Pacquiao in a rematch September 19th, and it's official on BoxRec. And so Floyd Mayweather's going through financial issues, big financial issues, right? And he's trying to recoup money any way possible. But he signed and took the advance from Netflix to fight Manny Pacquiao in a rematch in September, in a real fight, only to turn around and say it's not going to be a real fight, it's going to be an exhibition. That's after he already received the advance money.
Recent reports claim that Floyd Mayweather is dealing with major legal and financial issues, with his potential obligations in the reported Netflix Pacquiao rematch dispute said to exceed $100 million. Separately, there are also allegations that his boxing gym could face closure due to claims of unpaid outstanding fees.
Fight at the Spear on Netflix. So he's reneging. And Manny Pacquiao is not happy, Netflix is not happy, so on and so forth, right? With that said, it said that Floyd Mayweather's boxing gym, the famous Mayweather boxing gym, has been receiving issues because unpaid money, right? And so it's on the verge of being shut down, allegedly. I was just there. And Now it's widespread reports that Manny Pacquiao got winded.
Additional reports claim that Floyd Mayweather is also facing a reported $7.3 million IRS tax lien. At the same time, allegations of an ongoing contract dispute are said to be placing further strain on his overall financial position.
What was it like fighting Mayweather then? Did he get on your nerves? Because I feel like he's a little bit more boastful than the people you might be wanting to hang out with.
It's kind of, yeah, he's boastful. I think his god is the material things, money, everything like that.
Yeah.
And
do you guys ever talk outside the ring?
I'm pity with him. I'm pity with him because I want to share the word of God in him if he believe God.
Yeah. I've heard he's a generous man. I think he's done good things. I think
Manny Pacquiao expressed sympathy for Floyd Mayweather, saying he believes Floyd puts too much focus on money and material success. He added that repeatedly emphasizing wealth matters far less than showing humility, treating others with respect, and accepting responsibility for personal decisions.
Time from a high-end Miami jeweler claiming he owes $1.375 million for luxury watches and chains. According to court filings, Mayweather allegedly purchased 27 watches and 15 chains, totaling $1.675 million from AJ's Jewelry last August, but paid just $300,000. 5 checks reportedly bounced. The lawsuit follows other recent legal issues, including a New York claim alleging he owes $330,000 in unpaid rent on a Manhattan penthouse, along with a separate federal case in South Florida involving a reported $4 million jewelry dispute. The 50-0 former champion is scheduled to return to the ring in September for a rematch against Manny Pacquiao.
The increasing number of reported lawsuits and debt-related claims involving Floyd Mayweather has attracted significant public attention. One of those matters includes a reported $1.3 million legal dispute tied to luxury jewelry, adding to the financial controversies that have continued to surround him.
Even got to the fight. I understand like paying some up front to secure the fight, but paying everything? Maybe it's not what it is. Maybe the cash advance is like partially, but still, what? So if this is to be believed, and this is via ESPN, this is not, random Twitter person reporting this. I think Mike Coppinger also reported the same thing. If this is to be believed, Floyd took a cash advance and then undermined the promotion of his own fight to try to protect his 50-0 record and still make a bag. Floyd has done this for years. He has done this for years, especially after his pro career. When he was doing these exhibitions, he would not show up to things he was obligated to do, take advances. Even the Deji fight, you can ask Deji, I was there. Floyd demanded that they pay him some insane amount.
Wade Plemons questioned the reported disagreement involving Floyd Mayweather and an alleged Netflix contract related to the proposed Manny Pacquiao rematch. He argued that the circumstances appear to suggest one of two possibilities. Either the negotiations and paperwork were handled poorly, or Mayweather is deliberately trying to renegotiate the terms for a financial advantage. Plemons also pointed to what he considered the most unexpected allegation, that Mayweather reportedly accepted an advance payment from his fight purse before the match had been officially confirmed. He explained that although advance payments are sometimes used to help finalize high-profile events, receiving a significant upfront amount and later publicly casting uncertainty over the promotion while the event remains unresolved is highly unusual and raises important questions.
They actually did it. They paid Floyd to do it. And I've seen this with a bunch of his exhibitions, and obviously we know about the Logan Paul situation, how Floyd shopped his fight to a different company after essentially scamming royalty like Prince whoever in Dubai and stole his money. This is insane. Now he's trying to do it to Netflix. Oh yeah, he's 100% about to get sued because Team Pacquiao says Floyd Mayweather signed 3 contractual agreements for a professional fight against Pacquiao. 3 separate agreements. They also claim Floyd Mayweather has been paid for signing these 3 agreements and has also taken out a cash advance payment on his purse for the fight. They also say Floyd Mayweather is officially in breach of contract for publicly stating this fight is an exhibition. And if this is all true, which again, this is Team Pacquiao saying this, but again, I think Mike Coppinger also reported.
Wade further suggested that the current dispute may be part of a recurring pattern rather than an isolated incident. He claimed that during several previous exhibition events, Floyd Mayweather was reportedly involved in comparable situations where financial demands and last-minute changes created uncertainty. As examples, Wade referenced the exhibition bouts with Deji and Logan Paul, saying both were accompanied by reports of payment-related disagreements and promotional issues. He went on to say that the legal consequences in the present case could be much more serious. According to reports from major media outlets, Mayweather allegedly signed 3 separate agreements for a professional rematch with Manny Pacquiao and accepted payments connected to those contracts. If those reports prove to be accurate, Wade argued that Mayweather could be considered in breach of contract, potentially increasing the chances of legal action from Netflix and Team Pacquiao. Wade concluded by saying that if the reported claims are true, the dispute could develop into one of the most significant legal challenges Mayweather has faced since stepping away from professional boxing.
Before it, you'll get me later. And in the past, maybe they had this arrangement and it works. But in this new lawsuit and complaint, he's saying that for whatever reason, allegedly, Floyd defaulted on that and then sent partial payments, but not the agreed upon amount. And then he's claiming that Floyd Mayweather had checks that he sent to pay back this debt owed, and they bounced. According to court records, AJ's Jewelry says it only received about $300,000 in payments, which leaves roughly $1.375 million owed. And that repeated attempts to reach Floyd to resolve this debt have been unsuccessful. So this suit also lists and details how transactions were handled, and allegedly there was a breach of
Floyd Mayweather has built a public reputation around luxury, financial success, and a lavish lifestyle. Expensive watches, custom jewelry, designer clothing, and his frequent emphasis on wealth have all become recognizable parts of his image. However, the reported legal dispute involving AJ's Jewelry has led to renewed scrutiny over whether ongoing legal and financial matters are beginning to affect that public perception. According to the lawsuit, the jewelry company allegedly provided Mayweather with high-value pieces on credit because of an established business relationship and the expectation that payment would be made later. Such arrangements are not unusual for prominent clients with strong reputations and a history of substantial earnings. The complaint, however, claims that the agreed payment terms were not honored as expected. It alleges that only a portion of the balance was paid and that the remaining payments were not completed according to the agreement. The filing also states that several checks submitted for the outstanding amount were allegedly returned unpaid. Court records reportedly indicate that approximately $300,000 was paid, leaving an alleged unpaid balance of around $1.375 million. The lawsuit further claims that repeated attempts to resolve the dispute privately were unsuccessful, ultimately leading to legal action.
Based on this current outstanding balance. As far as Mayweather's representatives, they have not issued a public statement on this matter or responding to the lawsuit at hand. This latest filing adds to a series of legal and also contractual disputes involving the 8th division, well, actually, he's a 6th division world champion since his retirement. And this is kind of underscoring how these celebrity transactions can lead to former litigation and go left when they are contested. So that is where we are regarding Floyd Mayweather. Troubled times for the now semi-retired boxer Floyd Mayweather. So $1.4 million in.
The case also highlights the possible challenges that can come with maintaining an extremely lavish public image. where displays of wealth may create equally significant financial expectations. Owning jewelry worth more than $1 million can symbolize luxury and success, but when disagreements over payment arise, those same purchases can become the focus of legal proceedings for a boxer widely known by the nickname Money Mayweather. The reported allegations have led some to question whether his reputation for extraordinary wealth is being tested by ongoing lawsuits and claims of unpaid financial obligations. The situation may suggest that the pressure to maintain a larger-than-life public image has become one of the many challenges currently surrounding the semi-retired boxing champion.
That was one of like the OG jewelers. Like these are the, one of the jewelers that supplies like all the other jewelers, right? And he told me that Mayweather is broke.
I keep hearing this.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true.
I don't think so.
But he said that based on his spending and so forth, this is why these fights are happening now. That he needs to make some money back. That the spending has outpaced the money that, the money
he's been retired.
Right.
And he's still, flying to Monaco with a bad bitch, buying up half the store.
Right. Always flying private.
Yeah.
Does he have his own plane?
Yeah, he does.
He does, right. So that's massively expensive. Even if you own it, the upkeep is huge. Right. Plus all the properties, all the property tax. Yeah, I mean, if you're not properly invested, because there was he was saying that he bought this building in the Diamond District, but people are saying that's, the same jeweler said that's actually not true.
Right.
So there's been a lot of stuff like that. Listen, I hope not, man, but I remember I interviewed Tyson. He lost like $300 million.
Ari Spears criticized reckless spending habits by pointing to the financial struggles Mike Tyson experienced during his career. He used Tyson's story to illustrate that even globally recognized athletes who earn enormous amounts of money can encounter serious financial problems if their finances are not managed wisely. According to Spears, vast fortunes can quickly disappear because of excessive spending, extravagant lifestyles, and a lack of long-term financial planning. His remarks highlight the idea that fame and high earnings alone do not guarantee lasting financial security. Instead, he suggested that preserving wealth requires discipline, sound financial choices, and careful money management, demonstrating how even a highly successful career does not automatically protect against financial decline.
Floyd Mayweather's got 22 million people following him, but is it any good? Like I don't know what it does with him. Like, does it do business with him? Does it transact with him? I know guys with big followings. But there's nothing happens as a result of the following.
So you on the is Floyd rich or is Floyd broke? Which side?
I don't know. I think Floyd ends up broke.
Ends up broke.
If he doesn't, it's not a Floyd thing. It's not a Floyd thing. It's an asset thing. If you don't end up in assets, you end up broke.
Yeah.
So because you can't keep fighting forever.
So if Floyd was watching right now, what would you say to him?
Floyd, you need to spend as much time working on your investments as you do in Neiman Marcus or the Gucci store, the Fendi store.
He could just invest with you, though, right?
He could invest at Cardone Capital. I would ensure that he's a billionaire.
Wow.
You cannot become a billionaire without.
Business strategist Grant Cardone questioned Floyd Mayweather's financial approach, arguing that poor investment decisions and heavy spending could reduce his chances of creating long-term wealth. He also raised doubts about the practical value of Mayweather's audience of more than 22 million social media followers, asking whether that level of popularity is actually generating substantial business opportunities or reliable income. According to Cardone, having a large online following means very little if it is not converted into assets that produce consistent revenue and sustainable long-term cash flow. He suggested that lasting financial success depends on transforming public attention into profitable investments rather than relying solely on popularity.
That's what Floyd would do. Floyd would take whatever money he's got, and we would basically, my recommendation to Floyd is, Floyd, do not be liquid. You do not want liquidity. Never show a king bed of cash again. Okay, it makes you look stupid. Okay, what would be smart is if you show somebody 38 acres of real estate that produces cash every month, and say, look, I own that, and I own this one over here, and I own that one. I met him just 2 or 3 weeks ago. He's like, I got some penthouses. I said, no, you got this much of a penthouse. I own the whole place. That's the difference. Call me.
Grant Cardone cautioned that Floyd Mayweather may encounter financial challenges down the road if he continues prioritizing luxury, spending over long-term investments. He argued that enduring wealth is built through ownership of income-producing assets, not by purchasing expensive luxury items or designer brands. Cardone explained that many of the world's richest individuals grow their fortunes by investing in businesses and assets that generate reliable cash flow over time. He cited companies such as Amazon, Facebook, and Netflix as examples of investments that have created substantial value for shareholders. While he described real estate as one of the strongest pillars of long-term wealth creation, his overall message to Mayweather was clear: place less focus on extravagant purchases and dedicate more attention to acquiring assets that can deliver sustainable income and long-term financial security for future generations.
Do you know that isn't broke? What a ridiculous question. But it's the fact that they're attempting to tease them. I mean, first off, they're asking the question. Look, I've told you until I'm blue in the face, the numbers that you hear in boxing simply aren't true. Floyd made $1 billion. No, he didn't. Floyd and Conor made $500 million. No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. Nobody's ever confirmed that. Literally nobody. It's the same thing with boxing pay-per-view. Whatever boxing pay-per-view is the biggest boxing pay-per-view of all time is just whoever put out the press release and lied more than the person before them. These have never been confirmed by leadership of a publicly traded company, who is the one that supplies the pay-per-view. It is illegal for them to lie. You have never heard.
That brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you for watching, and we truly appreciate your support. Be sure to stay tuned for more boxing news, updates, and analysis. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.